Wood, glorious wood. It can be anything you want it to be.
Whoa.
Wow, look at this.
Fantastic.
In this ancient Welsh woodland, 10 talented enthusiasts have battled to be named Best New Woodworker.
I could spend all day doing this.
What the hell am I doing here?
I feel like crying.
One by one,
Addie, Paula, David,
they were whittled down.
See if it goes according to plan.
Nate.
Just 3 remain. Jen.
Right now is the best woodworker I've ever been.
Really feeling the pressure now. I've got no time left.
Nathaniel.
Before I got here, I was very much a wood turner, and now I think I'm definitely a woodworker as well.
Last chance to get it all right.
And Wolfgang.
Am I a perfectionist? 150%, yes.
They have just one big build left to show who is the very best.
Don't know why I designed it that way. Too complicated.
That's quite a calamity.
This is done. This is not done. This is even less done.
Our handmade winner is...
Hi, Jen. I'm in the final.
How did that happen?
I don't know, Mum.
After weeks in the woods.
Hello.
Hello, how are you doing?
Good, how's it going?
I'm in the final.
Yes, I knew you could do it.
The final challenge beckons.
What's the competition like?
They're good. I can't slip up. Simple as that.
Well, no pressure then.
I know the pressure can easily get to you, but you got to stay calm, stay focused.
That's the plan.
Check my positive affirmations on the phone. Be vulnerable, that's beautiful. We love to see that.
Words of wisdom, little brother.
I absolutely believe in you, 150%. 150%.
Thank you.
I think you can do it. I think you're amazing. We're all rooting for you, we're all behind you. Good luck.
Thank you.
Enjoy the journey, Jane. You've enjoyed it so far, so just keep enjoying the journey. All the best, darling.
Bye.
Bye.
Deep breath. Exhale. And get the job done.
Good luck, guys.
Good luck.
I'm nervous. Like, this has to be a good build, doesn't it? This week is the week for perfection.
Look at all the space.
I know.
Hello. Hello. Everyone wants to win this. What's the point of getting to the starting line if you don't want to get to the finish line as the first?
My excitement levels are through the roof. Hopefully I can push through and win.
Well, well, well. Is it 3 finalists I see before me?
Woohoo!
Let's have one final little huddle. 8 weeks in the making. This is one blockbuster we do not want to miss. Jen, DT teacher by day, by night, she is the laminatrix. Wolfgang, he woodworks alone. He is the lone wolf gang. And Nathaniel, he's the Turner-mater. Judges, what have you got for their final Big Build Challenge?
We would like you to make the centerpiece of arguably the most important room in any home, a top-notch bespoke kitchen island.
We expect it to be multifunctional, with somewhere to sit, somewhere to cook, with plenty of cupboards and drawers.
Woodworkers, woodwork like you have never woodworked before. Tools up, get woodworking.
Good to go.
Pedal to the metal.
I'm hoping to pull all the stops out and get that nice finish for the final, just in time.
Happy face. I'm going to approach this final project with joy and enthusiasm.
It's a big piece. Final started. Final has started.
So, final time. We have given them a huge big build, haven't we?
This is an exciting one, though, because there's so much scope to add in decoration, joinery, and the designs they've given us are beautiful.
This is going to be the seating bit.
It's a perfect example of ergonomics, but also beauty. Now, can they get those two in perfect harmony?
We haven't asked for much, have we?
I like it. I like it.
The finalists have designed their kitchen islands in advance. Each of them must deliver both a practical and social centerpiece, which should include functional cupboards and doors, while also dazzling with their mastery of wood.
It's very daunting just because of the sheer size of it.
Here we go.
Arguably the most important part of a kitchen island
Get out of my glue joint.
is the worktop.
They will be cut into all sorts of triangles and then glued back together.
Happy days.
Once again, Jen's going bold.
This is one side. It's so big, it needs done in 2 parts. My hands are getting a bit sweaty already.
Throughout the competition, design tech teacher Jen has impressed with her big, bold designs.
Mine's gonna be beautiful. Look at those stripes.
But following through with her builds
It's not finished, and it's a mess.
has been a hit-and-miss affair.
For me, it's just lacking that kind of finesse.
Okay.
When she's got it right, though, she's shown outstanding ability.
At last, she's realised her vision.
Our woodworker of the week is Jen. Well done.
Let's have an overhang of perhaps about enough.
These challenges have shown me to think way bigger and be more ambitious.
Which she's putting into practice with her final build.
We're gonna make a kitchen island that's inspired by the V&A building in Dundee. It's a very dramatic building. I think it'll be a bold piece.
To turn a huge building into a kitchen island, Jen plans to build 2 offset carcasses, entirely wrapped in walnut with stripes of ash. Her giant structure will also feature a dramatic overhang on one side.
It'll have impact, it'll have drama, and I've never seen a kitchen island like it.
Trust me, Jen, there will be drama.
So, is there anything you're worried about?
The scale of it?
It's 2 integrated islands, isn't it?
Basically, yeah. We're gonna have our internal carcass, and it should have that kind of sculptural element.
Sounds exciting, sounds complex. I'm glad I'm not you.
Judges, let's haul our internal carcasses out of here. Good luck, Jen.
Thanks, Jen.
I love that idea of the kitchen island being inspired by a building.
And the way she's cladding it with contrasting timbers, it could look so beautiful and really tactile.
Lovely.
But Jen has got a lot to do, a lot of marking out, a lot of measuring, and any inconsistencies will be so noticeable.
I do worry.
I think the reality is this is the biggest thing I've ever made, and that terrifies me.
Wolfgang is also feeling the pressure.
Not perfect, but pretty good.
For perfection.
No, no. Do not mention the P word. Back in the ring for another swing.
Bringing his own unique style to the workshop.
Double twang.
Off you go.
Thanks.
IT manager Wolfgang's love of angular design has seen him triumph 3 times.
Wolfgang.
Well done.
And won him compliments for his ambitious joinery.
So many perfect lap joints. What a fantastic job you've done. It's incredible.
But when it comes to detail, he can slip up.
Oh, Wolfie, that is 1 second of not paying proper attention.
So this joint, there's gaps, there's screws, there's glue. What happened?
The actual worktop will hopefully have some typically Wolfgang-esque beauty to it.
Wolfgang's signature angles will feature across his worktop of interlaced triangles, edged with black trim, sitting above a V-shaped carcass, while he's also planning impressive dovetail joints in his drawers.
My wife and I started just doodling around, tossing ideas around, and ooh, that looks good.
So it's your wife's idea?
Yeah. But essentially, the entire kitchen island is made up of triangles.
Yeah, I mean, you have a lot of angles there.
Hopefully this will give a very sort of crazy geometric surface effect.
I like crazy kitchens.
It has to be quite precise.
Once again, Wolfgang has gone for another very ambitious design.
Wolfgang has had so many problems with mismeasuring his angles before, and he's giving us a kitchen island full of angles.
Oh, we're actually not very close. That's not good.
Potentially really beautiful design, I think. Just has to build it.
So precisely 10 millimeters out that it makes me think I've got something wrong.
So it's going to go together something like that. The classic rectangular shape, but better. The only way I'm going to find out whether it's going to fit is by doing it. I don't know until I try it.
An accomplished wood turner, teenager Nathaniel was new to furniture making.
This is something that I've not really ever done before.
So he played to his strengths and won week 1.
Nathaniel.
Definitely something that I'm going to remember for the rest of my life.
He went on to struggle with final finishing touches.
It was a really bold choice to use the colour, but it could have looked better.
You've got some patchiness with the stain.
But no matter what, his natural talent has shone throughout.
What's great about you is that you learn on the job, you face adversity, and you fight your way through it.
Thank you. I'm definitely going to be going home a different person than I arrived. I've learned so much. It's been amazing.
Oh, it's pretty heavy.
Having autism and making it this far is really going to show everyone that people with autism can do amazing things.
For his final build, Nathaniel's making 3 complex storage units: a triangle, rectangle and circle, which must each be precise to support a floating oak top, all finished with bespoke slats.
That is a large island, Nathaniel. That's as big as Guernsey.
So you've got a rectangle,
I've got a rectangle,
a pyramid, and a drum.
Exactly.
And what kind of finish are we looking at for the whole thing?
Most of it's going to be clad, so it's getting all those grooves is going to be pretty tricky. There's so many surfaces to cover.
Have you made drawers and cupboards before?
And I've never made drawers or covers before. I think the closest I've ever done is assembling a piece of IKEA furniture.
Excellent. I love these big, bold, geometric shapes like kids building blocks.
And he's sort of building these elements separately, but I'm hoping they all come together well.
In previous builds, he's left the decorative element to the last minute and hasn't always pulled it off.
It's such a beautiful design. I've got high hopes for him.
I'm trying to figure out how my cladding's going to work.
For the perfect finish, Nathaniel's painstakingly shaping and cutting hundreds of bespoke slats.
I've got at least 64 of these to cut for the cabinet, and then a load more for the cylinder and the triangle. Pretty tricky.
The laminatrix has done her work. She's clamped, she's laminated.
What's to do?
With worktops glued,
It's not dead on perfect, but it's pretty close.
focus now turns to storage units.
So this is going to be the cabinet. One of the main supports for the kitchen island.
Done! That is actually a nice gap for a wine rack.
But Wolfgang's adding more to his to-do list.
Not a huge job to just build in, you know, a couple of shelves for wine bottles. Can be done.
True to form, Wolfgang is upping the ante and adding an extra thing.
This is the final, and Wolfgang wants to impress us, but he needs to get his priorities in order.
Made the first bit, second bit's got an angle, and right now my brain is trying to figure that angle out.
Delivering her architectural design
Slightly off, but I'm not gonna worry about it.
is proving difficult for Jen.
Oh, this is why I don't work this big. That doesn't look good. Ah, I was just failing massively, so I'll pause on that.
One side unfinished, Jen moves on to her inner shelving units.
The router is my least favourite tool. Maybe I just end up picking the wrong time to use it. I'm probably like tired and hungry every time I go to pick up one.
To make slots for her shelves, Jen's using a router to cut grooves into wood. But accuracy is key.
Why is that not going into the gap like it should? Simple things! These should be simple! Ah! Gonna router off another little bit and then it'll fit fine. Just don't have time for a few goes. I hate this stupid thing. Let's try this again.
After a major wobble with a router,
If I don't mark these correctly, they won't fit nicely, will they?
Jen's trying again to make her shelving unit.
See if that side works.
If she can't cut a wide enough groove for her shelf to slot into, she'll have to start again.
That's a relief. We're good now. They're horrible machines. Right, we're gonna put this together.
Yeah, there we go. It's looking good.
6 hours in,
I'm such an idiot. You know, this needs to go on the back of this.
the pressure of the final
Shelves are going in.
is getting to them.
I've stuck my fingers together with super glue.
Prioritising a perfect finish, Nathaniel's gluing on the cladding.
I've just got to do all that again, and again, and again, and then again for the circle, and then again for the triangle. Just a bit to do.
For his second unit, a perfect circle.
I need to figure out a way of attaching these to here.
But learning to build refined structures is a challenge for a new furniture maker.
You work this thing. Have I done that on the wrong side? No, it's fine. That's pretty good. I'm happy with that.
As the youngest woodworker in the workshop, have you surprised yourself?
I thought it was going to be quite difficult, but I think once I got in the workshop and started building, overall it's been amazing. It's really, really good experience.
Every single week that you've done in there, we've seen more Nathaniel. I think you've blossomed.
Yeah. Before I got here, I wasn't sure whether I'd like it. Because of my autism, I find social situations quite difficult a lot of the time. But I think being here, doing woodworking, which I really love, with all these other people who also love doing woodworking, is just amazing.
It's a really good recipe, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Are you going to miss it?
Oh, I'm just going to miss it so much. It's life-changing.
Amazing.
So we're now making this one big island. What a relief to get to the stage.
The carcasses are coming together.
So far, it's been very productive, very busy.
Wolfgang's finished making his extra wine rack.
The next big phase is getting all the triangles cut and laminated with edge binding around the sides.
When it comes to his worktop,
Hey presto.
he must cut and fit with precision.
These are the triangular pieces of the puzzle. I've got them cut and sanded, and then we'll have to domino them back together into the actual work surface. At least that's the hope.
Wolfie, you are obsessed with woodwork.
Probably, yeah. I still have to sort of go back into the day job, but I think in the long term, this is where my future lies.
You often work at night.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that shows real commitment.
There wasn't really any other option, you know. It was either nighttime or not at all.
What sort of kept you going?
Sheer bloody mindedness. My wife is my biggest supporter and has been from day one. Okay, so she will be very proud to see me in the final, yes.
Oh, that's so
From the word go. I'm going to well up in a minute.
I know, I can see. Thank you.
You're welcome.
That was good. I'm happy with that.
For Nathaniel, it's 1 unit clad, 2 to go.
Wowzers. How many slats have you put on?
It's going to be over 100 when it's finished. It's quite repetitive, but it's good fun though.
Now, I love guinea pigs. I've owned many guineas in my life.
I know what you're going to say.
They would go absolutely nuts for that.
Yeah, they would.
Have you ever owned a guinea?
My brother had 2.
Roughy tufty or smooth?
Not a clue. They were just guinea pigs.
I don't know if I can carry on this conversation.
What can we do? What can we do?
The last overhanging corner of Jen's architectural design.
So it's at an angle that way. And it's also at an angle that way.
Has a different angle at every corner.
I physically don't have a straight surface to screw into. Don't know why I designed it that way. Too complicated for my brain. Playing the angle, putting it back on, hopefully it fits in the right place. Woo! Oops.
Your designs are very demanding in the brain department, Jens.
I want to create something that's not been seen before, I guess.
Yeah.
But it's using like all the skills we teach in school,
Yeah.
but scaling it up, using it differently.
As a teacher, you're inspiring your kids, aren't you?
I hope so. I already love teaching it, and this experience has just enhanced that. Yeah.
Are you now just thinking, I've got to win this now?
over the past few weeks, I've gotten better, and I think I'm kind of in with a shout now.
Of course you are. You're a finalist.
We'll see if it goes well. I'll hope for the best.
My kitchen island is coming along very nicely.
Approaching the halfway stage.
In vino veritas. I love cooking with wine, and sometimes I even put it in the food.
Wolfgang may be on course for his dream kitchen island.
Oh no! No!
But the others are having a nightmare.
Okay, so how many of these are going to break doing that?
Nathaniel's painstakingly glued-on slats are failing.
There's a lot of weight on this now, so a couple of the pieces at the bottom at the moment have fallen off.
Oh!
And Jen's overhang is still hanging over her.
I always knew that was going to be a huge issue, but I wouldn't have the same impact if it was all straight edges.
Those in trouble at this stage usually get the chance to win immunity. But in the final, things are a little different.
OK, woodworkers, listen up. I have a very special treat for you. The Skills Challenge. Come along, Gensies.
I know, I'll balance that.
Off we go.
While there's no immunity to play for,
Oh, wow.
That feels pretty epic.
what they make will count towards the final result tomorrow.
OK, 3 of you lured into a clearing in the remote Welsh woodlands. Sounds like a horror film. So, judges, what's the plot?
To complement your big build, we'd like you to design and create a bespoke kitchen accessory.
We'd also like to see one decorative element that must have the same high-quality finish as your kitchen island.
OK, woodworkers, you've got 17 minutes, only joking, 2 hours on this final skills challenge. So, tools up, get woodworking.
I'm going to do a beautiful job, and it's going to be geometric, but it's nice and decorative.
It's more important than it's ever been to do a good job because it's the only time where it counts towards a big build. Okay.
This final skills challenge will count towards their final judgment. I don't want to see any kitchen accessories that are boring or unfinished. They really need to have impact.
Decorative-wise, I haven't done gold leaf before, so that's something new for me.
This is a great opportunity to demonstrate their technical ability as woodworkers.
I'm never the first person to start cutting. I feel so bold.
I want their personalities to really shine through whatever they end up making.
Cut off that. We're going to make a wooden trivet. The design of this will mirror the actual island, so it'll protect my beautiful ash countertop.
I'm making a knife block. I should probably go and get some knives actually so I can make sure I know how big it needs to be.
I'm going to make a wine bottle stand that is enclosed in a hexagon. Bit of engineering involved, yeah.
Wish me luck.
To realise their kitchen accessories,
I don't want to fall over with these in my hand.
the woodworking technique they choose is down to them.
We'll do some carving in the top of this, so it's nice and decorative.
You'll sort of have a really nice curved line inlaid in, so I'm going to sort of sandwich a piece of veneer in between and glue it back together. I'm going to stain this in a colour, cut it, dunk it, dry it, stick it.
Oh. Nice, a cooler.
6 glasses of wine around the rim.
And then you put the old vino in there.
Yeah.
It's so cute. Wouldn't it be nice to have a chilled glass of wine right now?
But then I can kiss this competition goodbye.
An hour in and one accessory is on the boil.
I feel in control of this compared to the huge projects.
It's a sort of little amuse-bouche for the judges, isn't it?
There we go, yeah, a wee taster.
Is there a lot more to do? You look as if you finished it.
I need to carve out all these middly bits.
Right.
Sand it all down, oil it, all good. Boom. Yeah.
I'm an idiot. Total idiot. I marked the wrong side. Slit must be here, so that the wine cask can come in and out. Less doing, more thinking.
How many knives are we talking in there? Just the two?
We're talking 4 knives. I'm going to double it.
X marks the spot.
Or 2 rivers like sort of colliding.
Yeah, man, it's beautiful.
I'm so glad I decided to put on these lines. I think this is elevating it. Let's see.
The delicate stem, slightly splintery finish. Not gonna lie.
It's definitely going to be right up to the wire with this one.
Okay, woodworkers, 10 minutes left on these accessories. Yes, Wolfgang.
10 minutes. I'm going to quickly sand this angle and then wax some oil on it.
I just need to sand it a bit more and put some finish on.
This is fast-setting glue, and it needs to set fast because I don't have a lot of time left.
It has to be really well sanded because you're going to be touching it all the time, right?
Well, could be worse.
It seems to be holding, which is good news.
That'll do. Right, let's oil it.
With just minutes left,
It's fluttering like mad.
Wolfgang attempts gold leaf for the very first time.
It's sticking to my fingers because they are full of glue. Aww.
What's Wolfgang doing?
Brush is way too hard. This is just rubbish.
Look how pretty the cherry is.
That looks good. It's bringing out the inlay really, really well.
And that glue hasn't set either, even though it's called a 5-minute glue.
Wolfgang's glue is squeezing out the edges.
Okay, woodworkers, time is up. Say goodbye to the skills challenge forever. Slightly hysterical laughter there.
My. Such ugliness.
Our 3 finalists have each made a bespoke kitchen accessory from scratch.
Remember, woodworkers, your kitchen island accessory will count towards your final big build.
With no immunity on offer, there's everything to play for.
Jen, do you want to bring up your accessory, please?
You've given us some hand carving, and it's sanded beautifully smooth. Well done.
Nice detail I've noticed is that you could have gone in on an angle here, just like the kitchen island itself. Very clever. I would have probably liked it to be just a bit bigger, perhaps lacks a little bit of impact.
Well done, Jen.
Thank you.
Nathaniel, will you bring up your kitchen island accessory, please?
That is very impressive.
Thank you.
Very nice. Oh yeah, good clunk.
You finished it to an incredibly high standard as well. I mean, that inlay is almost perfect.
Overall, the finish is really gorgeous, isn't it?
Thank you so much, Nathaniel. Wolfgang. Oh, that's a good sound.
Oh, Wolfgang. I'm looking past the gold leaf and the glue. The idea, I think, is great.
And those triangles around the top especially match your worktop, but probably a bit too ambitious for 2 hours. You do have a lot of glue overspilling from your edges, and your joints don't match up very neatly.
Well, you know, you better go out with a bang rather than a whimper.
Thank you, Wolfgang. Well done, everybody. I'm going to give you a pavilion round of applause, which hopefully the judges will join. And we will see you back bright and early tomorrow.
Well.
That was a tough shift, Wolfgang.
That was a tough one. I think that skills challenge went really, really well. It couldn't have gone any better, I don't think. I'm feeling pretty good. Still a lot left to do.
So much. I'm really struggling with the kitchen island this week. So the fact that the skills challenge went well was a big relief.
Yeah, that was a pretty spectacular disaster. Tomorrow will be exciting. On the kitchen island itself, I need to be way ahead of everybody else. This is where the going gets tough, and this is where the tough get going. And I can promise you, I'm tough. Rightio. Last time in the workshop, and let's give it our best, okay?
Let's do it.
Cheers.
Come sunset, Wolfgang, Jen, or Nathaniel will be toasting victory.
One more time into the trenches.
Good. Right, that's on.
There's so much to do. There's so much. There's a big old list.
A couple more sides, top on.
I think it's the final, so you have to go big, don't you? I'd be disappointed if I made it and had time to kill, so.
First job is getting a pyramid attached together.
This is the week that I really need to deliver on the finish. I'm really hoping I can take home the win.
This is the big day. All capitals 5 foot high. Last chance to get it all right. Or wrong, as the case may be.
That's pretty good, you know.
For her architectural double island,
That's there. Good, what a relief.
Jen's turned a corner with her corner.
It is good. Very dramatic.
She must now cover the whole thing with ash stripes.
There's a lot to do. There we go.
I'm sure I grew up in a building about this size back in the mid-70s, mate. It's enormous.
It's huge, isn't it?
Can I help you, my love?
Yeah, that'd be fab.
3 of the old nail gun badges across the slat.
And then...
Middle one comes out.
Yeah.
So you can see the walnut veneer.
Exactly.
How are you feeling about it all?
I got a bit overwhelmed earlier, if I'm being honest.
Oh, my love.
It was getting too complicated.
Honestly, this is looking very blooming elegant.
Oh, I hope so.
I don't think Jen realised how complex her design was. She's got so much left to do in these final stages.
Her kitchen island is all about that kind of impact of the stripes and the angles. She's kind of created a rod for her own back, hasn't she?
I mean, there's no room for error with this one.
Ah!
This is for outlining the triangles on
Oh,
top of the
okay.
worktop. So
Got
it
it.
has to be perfect.
Okay. Is there a setting for wood?
Basically, it just needs to be hot.
Super, super hot. Isn't silk the hottest one? No,
No,
that's
absolutely.
madness. Ooh, oh, that's
And
quite nice.
We need a bit more up to the top.
Going right over the edge, which
Yeah.
is a good analogy for
Right.
our relationship. There we go.
With his angled worktop edged,
So this will have to come off here.
Wolfgang must fit it perfectly.
The skills challenge did not go my way at all. I have to get as close to perfection as possible.
His angular design will reveal any mistakes in his measurements.
We're reaching for the stars. At some point, undoubtedly, we'll fall back to Earth.
I need to see whether it's the right height.
Sizing up his slatted geometric storage units,
Oh, yeah, look at that.
Nathaniel must trim the pyramid to perfection.
Okay, so everything's going to get cut off on top of this.
His floating worktop will only be level if his shapes are the exact same height.
The screws that I put in earlier to hold it all together are in the way of the saw. So that should be the same height as these now.
It must be accurate to the millimetre.
Perfect, it's spot on. This is done. This is not done. This is even less done. Oh, it was going well.
We've seen with Nathaniel, he leaves really important parts of his build till right at the last moment. And he's doing that again with his drawers and his cupboards. It's such a shame.
I can't do this, so I'm just going to do something else in the meantime.
With just a few hours left, Jen's decided to stop striping in order to make her drawers.
I'm going to do a corner rebate joint. I showed them bridle joints last week. I've showed them lots of mortise and tenons, lots of dowel joints. It's like woodwork bingo. How many joints can I show them?
Also finally biting the bullet.
I'm going to try and make my drawers, but I don't know, I've never made them before, so hopefully it goes all right.
Nathaniel's attempting soft close drawers.
I'm going to build a box, I think, and then see if I can figure it out from there.
I think my skills are definitely coming along in leaps and bounds just by building all these amazing projects.
I figured it out, which is good news.
Ooh,
But for Wolfgang,
really?
drawers will have to wait.
I've got a few millimeters left here in the front.
His calculations to fit the hob top are off,
Yeah, it's now a depth issue. Yeah, this is going to be a bit of a...
and crucial surgery
Well, I need a recess here, deep enough so that the hob can sit properly.
is taking up time he doesn't have.
There's lots of pieces to cut. It's a bit of a job.
Those angles have caused him a bit of pain, a bit of suffering.
We asked for impressive joinery, and the complexity lies in those drawers and those dovetails. He's promised us dovetails. We've not seen them yet.
Thank goodness.
With drawers and cupboards built,
I got door on.
Jen must now conceal them with precision stripes.
Oh, jeez. Messy, messy.
I've never seen so much since Charles Aznavour, and that's a lot of
Yes, looking good.
Nathaniel's also hiding his drawers with even more slats.
Nathaniel, my love, I'm seeing 3 islands. Will they become 1 island?
I hope so.
Okay.
The drawers work, though.
Drawers are amazing.
It's fine, that's not glued on yet.
That was nothing to do with me, can I just say?
There is madness in this method. That should be pretty much where we need to be.
Woodworkers! You've got an hour till you must leave your islands. Nobody wants to be stranded. Remember Tom Hanks?
Mad final dash.
I reckon things are looking up. Uh-oh, I think I've super glued the drawer shut.
In theory, this should be straightforward. In practice, hardly anything ever is.
Wolfgang's still got drawers to make.
This is going to be the simple way because I don't think we have time for the complicated way.
2 drawers on, 2 drawers in. Let's get tough one.
Drawers?
Yeah?
Stress levels. Let me give you a twang. Wolf twang. Oh, there we go.
I'm really feeling the pressure now. I've got no time left.
Oof.
At the late assembly stage,
These are inside hinges. Oh.
Wolfgang's problems are mounting.
That's quite a calamity.
We'll live and learn. Scale down.
Oh, come on. You're kidding me.
I can't put the screws in. It wasn't sat on the base. Uh-oh.
And I'm not going to bother doing the rest of the cladding because the top is more important.
Okay.
I didn't think we'd get to this point.
Okay, woodworkers. It is time to set sail for the mainland. Your final big build challenge is over. Well done, guys.
Yeah, I did it. Only just.
That was really hard. The fact that it's finished is a small miracle.
It all went so fast, it all went in a blink. I'd probably have that in my kitchen if it wasn't for the fact that I have one already.
I reckon it's a final worthy piece. I've worked so hard to get here, and I'm really happy with the result.
Three woodworkers have made 3 kitchen islands, but only one can win the title. That decision is down to the judges. Nathaniel's kitchen island is made up of a trio of giant geometric units. Seemingly simple in form, the triangle, rectangle and circle are finished with hundreds of oak slats and hold up a floating oak worktop.
At the beginning of the competition, Nathaniel, you'd only ever really turned objects. And look at this. How impressive is that? You've built an entire kitchen island.
I love this idea of the geometric shapes. I think it's very, very strong. And that idea of this kind of floating on the top, it's very, very beautiful.
Thanks.
The thing that stands out the most for me is this cladding. You've got so much of it, and there's hardly any gaps. It's done to perfection.
You just want to sort of touch it and feel all the kind of ripples. It's beautiful.
I'm touching it now with my foot. It's beautiful.
Cupboard's a little on the stiff side.
Oh, Tom.
Let's have a look at the drawers. Oh, yes.
Soft closed drawers.
Soft closed drawers.
The drawer, it's like a ball gown going across a dance floor, isn't it? Absolutely beautiful.
The knife block, beautifully executed and really sits nicely on the top. You've come so far, I think, over the last few weeks. I think you should be so proud.
Thank you.
Jen's giant design is inspired by the cutting-edge V&A Museum, with 2 offset islands linked in the middle. She's delivered daring overhanging units, oversized worktop, and bar one facade, she's clad it in walnut with ash stripes.
We wanted impact. You've given us impact. Look at this, it's incredible. I mean, first of all, the size of it. This is one big kitchen island.
It's amazing. You need a car to drive from one end to the other.
Not only is this an incredibly sculptural piece, look how social it is. You could fit loads of people around here. It's exactly what you'd want for a party.
Visually, the stripes, they're so graphic and bold.
That's a relief.
The stripes don't go around here. Is that something that you sort of changed midway?
I think in my head it'd be a lot quicker than it was.
The slats don't match up perfectly, which is such a shame.
You know, when you go for a design aesthetic like, you know, horizontal stripes that are all regular, you notice every little inconsistency.
So your kitchen accessory, touch on the small side, but it does fit in with the rest of the theme.
It's been wonderful seeing how you have evolved over the last few weeks. This is your design realised. It's wonderful.
Wolfgang's offering is an angular design with a jagged worktop, edged with black trim to accentuate the irregular shape. The units beneath are V-shaped to echo his theme.
I absolutely love this worktop. It's my favourite part of it.
Ergonomically, it works really well. I love the way it envelops you when you're standing at the hob.
Thank you.
And the black edging really makes those triangles stand out. But what I particularly love is how you've worked with the grain and you've got the directions in different ways. It's really subtle. Probably a little on the small side for socialising. Let's have a look. So we've not got any dovetails in there, but they do run incredibly smoothly, which is exactly what you want.
What went wrong with this?
The door actually does fit very nicely into that opening, but I ended up with the wrong types of hinges.
Have a hinge whinge, go on.
The kitchen accessory, obviously we know we didn't finish it in the, to the same degree that this island is finished. But Wolfgang, every week you are super ambitious. All of those angles I know were devilishly difficult to get right. You got them spot on.
Thank you.
I think the last 8 weeks have been amazing.
I feel very proud to have made it to the final, especially sitting alongside you two that are both very, very skilled people.
And you're a very talented designer.
Thank you. No designer, not me.
Yeah, you're a very good builder.
Thanks, Wolfgang.
Judges, we are in the midst of an amazing final, aren't we?
They've all done so incredibly well. I'm so proud of all of them.
I think it's the tightest I think I've ever seen our woodworkers. So close together.
What about Jen?
Ah, Jen. I mean, what an amazing kitchen island. So graphic, so bold.
She really did capture a hint of the V&A in her kitchen island, but it was just somewhere that you really wanted to be around.
Now, what about our friend Wolfgang?
What a beautiful kitchen island. He really got his angles right this time. It's probably the first time that he's been able to do that in one of his builds.
Wolfgang's capacity for ambition to really test himself is incredible. We could all learn from it.
And our third finalist, Nathaniel.
I mean, it was a really unique kitchen island. I've never seen something with this kind of assembly of geometric shapes.
You really wanted to explore all the forms and move around it, and it was lovely to stand around as well.
Nathaniel has proved how much you can develop over a few weeks. He entered as a turner, really, and now he's a furniture maker.
We have a triple threat with these three finalists.
They have all developed over the weeks wonderfully, and now they are neck and neck.
Good luck, judges.
Oh, we're going to need it. We really are this time.
It's going to be a tough decision.
Shall we go and find out who wins this competition?
Let's go.
Let's do it. All of our builds are amazing this week. I think it's anyone's game.
I certainly have put my best foot forward, and I think that has been acknowledged. And I reckon I do stand a good chance.
I literally couldn't have done any more. So if it's a winner, brilliant. But if it's beaten, fair play.
Woodworkers, finalists, you have truly wowed us throughout this final. You managed to put three really beautiful islands very much on the map. But there can only be one winner, so I'm absolutely delighted to announce that our handmade winner is... Nathaniel. Well done, Nathaniel.
I'm over the moon. I'm completely overwhelmed. I'm just, beyond words.
Well done, Nathaniel.
And my family's going to be so happy when they find out the news, especially my brother. He was really rooting for me, and he reckoned I had it in me from the start.
Good man, good man.
Oh, well done, Nathaniel. Half laughing, half crying. Oh, come on.
Well done. Huge congratulations.
Thank you.
What an amazing achievement.
Watching Nathaniel grow in confidence over the weeks, discover his talent for design and woodwork. I mean, what a privilege.
Well done. You did so good.
Come on. Come on, Jen. Give him a hug.
Where am I going?
So happy.
You should be so proud of yourself. Week on week, he's impressed us with a new skill. He's been fearless, and now he's our winner, and a worthy one at that.
Let's all raise it together. I think we're all winners.
I picked up woodworking quite sort of late in my life. Try it out. You never know where you end up. Look at me. I ended up here in the final.
See, week one, I definitely wouldn't have called myself a woodworker just because I didn't think I had the skill or potential. And I made it to the final. I can call myself a woodworker now, right?
This is for you, Nathaniel. First toast for you, my friend. Oh gosh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Having won this is almost sort of like a validation in a way, you know, that I'm actually pretty good. Well, more than pretty good, I would say.
Cheers.
Cheers.
To wood.
To apply for any future series of Handmade, go to channel4.com/take part.